I'm not a historian or a researcher, but as a member of the church, I'm interested in the history of the church, and I'm interested in my ancestors' history and their place within church history. It's not easy to know all the different places I should look when I'm trying to gather information about my ancestors or about another person or place in church history. But with the church history catalog, I'm able to find a lot, if not all, of the information I need. My mom told me that we have pioneer ancestry on her side of the family, so I decided to see what I could find. When I opened up the church history catalog for the first time, the first thing I did was sign in with my LDS account, my username and password, and what that does is it enables me to save the searches that I make to my account. Then I typed the name Charles Alfred Harper into the search bar. Charles was one of my pioneer ancestors. The search page brought up several results, and the first result was titled The Diary of Charles Alfred Harper. The Church History Library has his journal. The first thing I did was save that search to my eShelf so I would have access to it later. The eShelf saves search results and makes it easier to go back and do more research on the same topic later. Then, under that same search result, I clicked the link labeled Details. That brought up some text showing that the creator of the journal was indeed Charles himself, and it showed the dates he lived and the dates that he kept the journal. Then I clicked on the locations link, and the label Open Stacks showed up, which means not only does the library have my great-great-great-grandpa Harper's journal, but it has been published in a book. I can walk into the church history library, pull it right off the shelf, and read his journal. I have already learned that he was part of Brigham Young's Pioneer Company and that he had his own company for part of the trek across the United States. I was also able to find the autobiography of my great-grandfather on my dad's side of the family. It includes accounts of his mission and of his family's life growing up and working on a farm in Idaho, which is the same farm I grew up living and working on. When I clicked on the locations link for that item, the label Reference Desk popped up, which means I can still look at the item, I just need to request it from one of the librarians at the main desk. And I do that through writing the information from my catalog search on a call slip and giving it to one of the librarians, who in turn gets it from the secure storage area. You might not have the diary or the autobiography of your ancestor pop up first when you search in the catalog. But one of the great things about the Church History Catalog is that you can do an advanced search and narrow your results. That would probably come in handy if you were searching for someone in church history with the last name Smith, for example. I did another search looking for photographs of an ancestor. I simply narrowed my search to include only photos in the results. A few results came up, but it didn't look like those particular photos within the church's collection had been digitized yet. When I asked about the photos, I learned that if I request information about an item that hasn't yet been digitized, that item will be placed at a higher priority for future digitization because I requested it. I had no idea the items I discovered were in the church history collection. The church history catalog is helping me connect to the people, places, and events of church history, and it's helping me connect with my personal history as well.